A very good afternoon, students. We know that we are in a very horrible situation where you are really not getting your regular education. But remember one thing, where there is a will, there is a way. So from that point of view, we have really decided that why not to really upload certain videos regarding the different chapters of your book. Whatever the book you people are really going through it. There are basically two books. One is a Flamingo, another one is your Vistas. Flamingo is your reader and supplementary book is your basically Vistas, right? So today I would be just continuing with the book that is Vistas, which is your supplementary book. Many of the chapters we have already done also earlier, but I am just repeating this chapter again just to revise the things again. So students, get ready for this video recording session which would be very useful to you when I would be taking a very live class on the Zoom tomorrow, whatever the date and time that I would really put, right? And in that I would be just taking all the doubts related to this chapter. So whatever the doubts you will be having, you just keep it in your mind or you can even note it down in your notebooks. And tomorrow when we would get onto the Zoom live session, there you can discuss or even you can ask your queries. So students, let us begin the chapter. The chapter is The Tiger King. This chapter is from the book Vistas and the writer of this chapter is Kalki. So before I really begin the chapter, let me give you the brief chapter sketch, or rather I should say a brief point of the chapter. And what is the brief point rather? It is a story of satire on the conceit of those in power. Means this story is about those people who are in power, but they take it for granted that they are so powerful that even a destiny cannot change their lifestyle. But the thing is that destiny can change anything, my dear students. The story is a good mix of the supernatural, humor and irony. There are three elements: supernatural, then humor and irony. Supernatural means something which is unbelievable. Myth rather I should say, on which rather this chapter is based. And the second point is humor. Students, you will really enjoy lots of funny incidents in this story. But right now I won't be telling you. I would be discussing all these points when I would be just going through the summary points which I have really written it down on the right hand side of this book. But I will be getting it later on. The Tiger King has been magical from his birth. This boy, the Tiger King, right from the very beginning when he was born, he was magical. Why he was magical? Because when he was very young, or rather he was in a stage of an infant, he really spoke. And you know that an infant cannot speak. His arrogance takes him on a path of destruction of the tiger population. When the astrologers told him that he would be killed by the tiger. So what happened? When he grew up, he became so arrogant that he started taking this initiative that if the astrologer has told me this prophecy that if I kill 100 tigers, then I can really control that prophecy which is being told by the astrologer, or rather I should say the state astrologer. Right, students? He is too power drunk to notice the havoc he has created. Means he was so power drunk. Power drunk means he was so influenced by his power. He was so influenced by his, rather I should say, of his position, that he really took such a havoc that he started killing so many tigers, which is basically banned rather I should say. But he took a wrong decision and started killing one by one. Why? Because he wanted to save himself. So that means from that point of view, he was very selfish. His subordinates are scared of him. Now so many subordinates he was having in the story. Diwan was there, soldiers were there, people were there. They all really not able to advise him in the right way because he was considering that he is so powerful that even he can dominate Almighty. But my dear students, this is not right. Now, the important thing. Before getting into the story, we must know who is who. Means the characters. Unless until we are not familiar with the characters, then we cannot understand the story. So let's start the characters. Like what characters are there in the story? The very first character, my dear students, the Maharaja, who is named as Tiger King. A very comical I should say, he was a very funny king rather I should say, who used to take wrong decisions. Next, an eccentric character, no doubt students. He was an eccentric character. Eccentric means mad, means just do whatever without thinking. If you do something without thinking, definitely you are going to get the wrong results. So keeping this fact in mind, one should always be sensible enough to decide anything. Otherwise, you will get the wrong results of your wrong decisions. Who behaves like an autocrat? Means he started behaving like an autocratic personality. Autocratic means the one who is a dictator. Dictator means जिसे हम बेसिकली कहते हैं तानाशाह. वो तानाशाह की तरह बिहेव करने लगा. And kills tigers cruelly. It really hurts me when he started killing the tigers, because tigers are also basically the gift of wonderful gift of nature, which he should not have done, but he did. Next character, the Diwan, a very scary one, very funny one. Whatever his king used to say, he used to obey. And when his job really came in danger, he even took the wrong decision of bringing that tiger which he really brought for his own family. So from that point of view, I should say that he was not a sensible person. So he is a chief minister as a comedian in the story, rather I should say. He was a comedian, no doubt about it, because he was just like a puppet in the hand of the tiger, who resorted to the falsehood to save his job. This is what I have already explained to you, that he really got into this dilemma that if he would present this tiger in front of the Tiger King, his job would be saved. And last but not the least, the chief astrologer, straight astrologer I should say, a very learned personality in astrology. He was very learned. No doubt, when the Tiger King was born, at that time only he told that you would be killed by a tiger, because you are born in the stars where bull and tigers are really standing down there. So from that point of view, he declared this prophecy. But the Tiger King was not ready to believe it. He was logical, very calculated. He told everything in advance that this thing would happen. But the Tiger King did not believe it. But a little foolish in predicting people's fate. But he did certain mistakes also. He should not have basically declared all this thing. But if he would not have really declared all this thing, this story would not have been written, my dear students. So I hope like the character sketches and all the chapter sketch must have been clear to you, and when tomorrow I would be taking your interactive session, you would be asking queries, whatever you are having in your mind. Now let's get to the next part of this chapter, the final part of this chapter. The final part of this chapter is the summary points. summary, you know that very important, because after summary only you are able to understand what is in the story. So let's start. The very first point. The very first point is the prophecy and miracle about the tiger. Means when that infant was born, at that time the chief astrologer told the family members of the tiger king the prophecy. And the prophecy was that the tiger king is born in the stars of the bull and tiger, and he would be killed by the tiger. So from that point of view, this point I hope gives you the clarity that about the tiger, rather I should say. Next point, students. The prince childhood and killing of the first tiger. Means the prince childhood. The prince childhood was very royal. He was brought up by nanny. He was shown English movies. He even was given to drink cow milk also. So that means from that point of view I should say that he was really developed, or rather he was giving the best of the services to him so that he should grow a healthy king. Next, the killing of the first tiger. And when he grew up and people started murmuring that one day this tiger king would be killed by a tiger, when this news reached in his ear, he decided to kill his first tiger. And he himself decided that he would kill the very first tiger in his own state, that is the state of Pratibandapuram, where he was really ruling down. Next point, third point, or rather I should say, the tiger hunt begins, and after that there was no stoppage. One by one he started killing, 1, 2, 3, and in this way he killed, dear students, 70 tigers. Can you believe it? 70 tigers. That means he really ended the nature. He really ended the fauna of the nature. Next, the Maharaja comes in danger of losing his kingdom, tries to save it. When he was continuing this process of hunting tigers, that time that kingdom was being dominated or being controlled by Britishers. So there one British officer came. He was also fond of killing tigers. He was also fond of hunting. So when he really declared that he really wanted to kill tigers, the tiger king came in doubts. That how could he be able to kill all these tigers which are really left in the state of Pratibandapuram? So from that point of view, he decided that he would be giving a bribe to the British officer. But he knew it, that he would not be able to give the bribe straight away to him, because bribe is a wrong thing. So from that point of view, he decided that he would be sending some gifts, some valuable gifts rather I should say, to his wife. So what he did, he brought valuable diamond rings from the particular state of Bangalore. From there 50 diamond rings came, and the worth of the diamond rings were 3 lakhs. And you know, student, very well how valuable, how worth those 3 lakh rupees were in those days. Now the 3 lakh has no value, but in those days it was very valuable. But what happened? When he sent those diamond rings to be selected out of that one ring, the wife of the British officer kept the entire 50 rings with her. From that point of view, the tiger king could not able to ask her to send the remaining ring. So from this point of view, I should say that he was basically being exploited. But anyhow, he adjusted. But the tiger king's desire that no one should really be able to come and kill here tigers, that was fulfilled. How it was fulfilled? The British officer told him that whatever the tiger you are really killing down, because he also came to know about the prophecy of this story. So from that point of view, what happened? He told that whatever the tiger you are going to kill, you just make me stand in front of the dead body of the tiger and make me stand there, and then I would be really shown as if I have killed the tiger. But in fact, in reality, it was killed by the tiger king. So from that point of view, both the things were really fulfilled. First, whatever the ban he really declared that no one will be killing the tiger there, that was fulfilled. And now only the tiger king would be killing the remaining tigers. Now next point. Plan to kill the remaining tigers. But when the entire community of the tigers were over from the state of Pratibandhapuram, now the king really came in doubt what I should do. And then he had a discussion with his Diwan. And after talking to the Diwan, he declared that I want a girl from such a state where lots of tigers are really being living down there. And then he would be marrying that girl, and he would be, whenever he would be just going down there, killing 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the number of the tigers he was going to get, he would be killing them. And in this way, the remaining 30 tigers he would be able to kill. So he got married and started killing the remaining tigers. To get rid of the Maharaja's fear, Diwan arranges the 100 tigers. When he got married, he killed 29 tigers in that state. But one was again shot. Now he tried his level best to find that tiger, even in his own state of Pratibandhapuram and even in his in-laws' house. But solid here, he was not able to find it. So, from that point of view, he again called Diwan and warned him that if you will not be able to arrange one tiger from me, then your job is in danger. So, all of a sudden an idea came in Diwan's mind that once he brought a tiger from Madras for his own personal use. So he took the tiger to the jungle where the tiger king was hunting down there. He left that tiger there. So this point really justifies. The last tiger. And when the last tiger really came in front of the tiger king, he was overjubilant. He was so excited that now I am going to disprove the prophecy of the astrologer. I would be killing this 100 tiger, and in this way, then no one can really kill me. And no doubt, he fired a shot. And no doubt the tiger really tumbled down. And he was so excited after that, he did not even realize to just check the dead body of the tiger, and he thought that he has killed the 100 tiger. Left the jungle, went back to his kingdom, but before going to the kingdom, he told his soldier to bring back the dead body of the tiger king to his kingdom because he would be raising the memorial. This is the 100 tiger I have killed, and I would show it to the chief astrologer. So in this way, he went off. And after when he went off, the soldiers realized that tiger was not dead. He was not shot by the tiger king. So realizing this thing, they thought that if they would go and tell this thing to the tiger king would really kick them off the job. So what they did, they fired the shot. So dear students, how many tigers did the tiger king kill? 99. So that means one was still left. So from that point of view, the tiger king was still there on the 99 and one was shot. The last, the prophecy proves to be true. Yes, dear. The logical calculation which was being done by the straight astrologer really proved true. How it was proved true? That the last tiger king, the last tiger rather, which was in the form of the wooden tiger. I am telling you what is a wooden tiger here. Actually, after killing the 100 tiger, the tiger king really became relaxed. And in few days, the birthday of his son came. And he decided that he would be giving a gift to his son. And he gave a beautiful wooden tiger. But no doubt, that was not a very beautifully being made. It was having some skills on it. and that skills really hurt him when he was playing with a tiger, wooden tiger king with his son. So what happened? That quill entered his hand, and that it became a wound, and that wound really became insupporting. Insupporting means which cannot be healed off. So for this purpose, the three surgeons were called to operate Tiger King. And when Tiger King was operated, they came out of the operation. They said the operation was successful, but the Tiger King is dead. So that means from that the prophecy is proved. Whatever the state astrologer told, that was true. So I just conclude that one should never boast of his power. Thank you very much, students.